More women could be winning right now if it is that we were really deciding, making a decision to step out of our comfort zone, just ask one question, slide into somebody's DM about something that is more progressive and elevating as opposed to the stupidness that people do on social media, and that's just the truth.
Hi guys, it is such a pleasure to be bringing you this interview. One of my special persons. I love to talk to her. The last time we spoke, I think it was 2015. Take a look at what that was like. Venice is here to share all the juicy stuff she has been collecting all across the world. Now, your business, you sell cream for breast, for booty, for the hips.
Well.
You have waist trainer. You have the Kim Kardashian tee. What is that called?
The three ballerina tee.
The ballerina tee.
Right.
For persons to lose weight. How did you realize that there was a niche here in Jamaica for this?
Well, to be quite honest with you, after the birth of my son 3 years ago, I was always a tiny waist person. So after a baby, I decided, no man, I need to get back to where I was. So I was there browsing on the internet and I noticed a lot of the celebrities wearing these waist trainer things. So I'm saying, wow, this should do very well here in Jamaica. So what I did was to order one for myself. I started using it, recognized it worked. So bam, there goes the business idea. So I started, small, introducing it to friends and family, and I recognized that there is a craze for it, and then everybody was doing their research and wanted it. When we first spoke, I just came out with my whole waist trainer thing, all the different corsets, and then eventually, like a year or so after, I had to add a whole different line of waist trainers, including shapewear, because now shapewears became popular as getting a whole lot of requests for those because there's so many people now doing surgeries in Jamaica. In fact, we have people flying in to the country to do surgeries here because we have awesome and amazing surgeons. So what is going to happen now is that after they do the surgery, they're going to need aftercare garments and aftercare products. So we decided to tap into that. So we now have a whole line of aftercare products, a whole line of shapewear. So once you do the surgery, you have to purchase the shapewear from us, the ab boards, the back board, depending on what surgery you did. So what we decided to do too was to tap into offering lymphatic drainage massage.
Wow.
So that pretty
What does
much
that look
is
like? Yeah.
after you have done the surgery, there are fluids that would be backed up in you, fluids that needs to come out. So remember now that you'd have had an incision because these surgeries are surgical, not non-surgical, right? So you'd have had an incision, so you'll have to pretty much press out that fluid outside of you. So we offer that service, which is why I have a nurse, right? So she would be experienced in that area, and we also have a therapist that handles those things too. So we have pretty much evolved because now we're also offering body contouring services. What does that look like? Pretty much it's non-surgical procedures. So persons would say, okay, I want an extra size butt or hip, but they don't want to go under the knife. So we have non-surgical procedures that help with that. Now, it is not a permanent procedure. However, what we have done was to marry some products that you can also use to help to maintain the results. Right?
Sound like you're having fun.
It is fun.
And you're just enjoying how the business has evolved.
So what I'm happy to know is that we didn't just stick to one thing. We listened to our customers.
Managing any business is not always easy.
Right.
Walk me through what that looks like for you and how you were able to overcome all the challenges, because it's good to start a business,
Yes, yes, definitely.
But to maintain and to be here still,
Yes.
yeah, it can be difficult.
All right, so for me, right, when I just started my business, I did not start out with waist trainers. I started out with selling accessories. Then I moved to clothing because accessories weren't working out. One, the profit was not good. Two, the accessories change after a while on you. Then I went into clothing. Clothing is the same thing. The styles change. Now, if your clothes isn't moving and the style is changing, then nobody's gonna want them. Then I also had an issue where everything I bought, I wanted them for myself as well. So I feel like I was just really shopping for myself. So I say, wow, this isn't gonna work out. Then I moved to here. So at the time, hair was new in Jamaica, the whole, Brazilian hair and that type of thing. That was doing well until after a while, people started to complain that the hair shed and all of that. And when I think about it, I'm saying I have zero control because I don't even make the hair. So I had to move away from that. But then I discovered waist trainer. I started selling in the back of my van. So I used to drive after work to deliver all over Jamaica after work, right? Then I found a store in a salon in Hagley Park Plaza,
I know
and
her.
I was right on that step, right? So the store was so tiny that you literally had to hold down your head to come inside. But I set it up so cute, it was inviting. But then eventually the lady said to me that she was going to close down the salon. And I was like, how could you, want to close down? And I'm just getting into my peak. Everybody's knowing about the business. So it was a bit depressing. Then I made a decision to offer her to buy the business from her. She accepted. I went ahead, I bought the business. I was now running a salon. Remember, I have no experience in doing this. So it was a huge salon with a whole bunch of different hairdressers, barbers. So I was there running it, all type of problems developed. They started to mash up this, mash up that, complain about this, complain about that. I made a decision that, hey, I'm just going to close this down and find somewhere else to just do my store thing. So happened that I closed down Sadiko on the day when I was about to sell out the furniture and everything. When the gentleman came to purchase the stuff, we were going through and recognized that everything was damaged. So apparently overnight, everybody decided that they're gonna cut the dryer cords, slash the chairs, mash up this, mash up that. So happened that God sent an angel. The same man came. When he identified what happened, he said to me he still wants them. He'll get them
He'll
repaired.
fix them.
So for me, that was a blessing, that was a
Wow.
burden that was lifted off me. So for me, that was an adversity. So happened that I got a space now on Mall Plaza, big top plaza, right? That space was just waiting on me because just as the incident happened, that space became available. It was not always available. Went there, was there doing very well, store cute and nice. Then they wrote to say they're gonna be remodeling the plaza, so everybody has to move. All the stores have to close down. So here I was thinking, what am I gonna do now? So happened that a store came up for sale in the Springs Plaza. I made a decision. I said, you know what, I'm going to get in touch with the owner and I'm going to try my luck. So happened that we tried our luck and we were the persons who were successful to purchase. So that is why we are now at the Springs. It's now a bigger space, and that's how we were able to segue into adding body contouring. So we had to move from one thing to the next. But the point is, you don't give up.
You don't.
That's what this taught me. Never give up. I now started my health and wellness business, which is Total Life Changes.
Right.
So what I love most about TLC, for short, is that they pretty much sell a whole host of health and wellness products, including detox teas. Why I love TLC is that I can now help somebody else to pretty much have an income.
So
Because
tell me, explain the concept of TLC, because
Right.
I saw it on YouTube. I saw a person selling tea, and getting results, I would assume, and leadership seminars
Right.
and all of these activations. So what exactly is TLC?
All right, so TLC, Total Life Changes, is a health and wellness company. It's really a network marketing company, so you pretty much get to network with people across the world, right? So I joined the business in January of 2020. Right while I was doing it, I made a decision that, you know what, I'm just gonna do this full time along with body contouring by Venposh. So I'm just gonna give up my job. And I've been in the banking system for 20 years, right? So even though I've been running Venposh, I was still at the bank. But then I made a decision and I'm saying I can use and leverage this company to help other women like myself to become independent, one, and two, to also become healthier. And since I joined TLC, I pretty much became the top earner in the English speaking Caribbean,
Good stuff.
as well as the highest rank that Jamaica has ever seen, or the Caribbean has ever seen, in Total Life Changes, right? So I do have a big team. My team is not just in Jamaica. I have a Spanish team. I have people in Africa, people all over the Caribbean, people all over the world. So
And you're
pretty
training
much,
them to sell.
and we train them. So all you need to do is just use the product, become a product of the product.
Over 20 years you've been in banking. You've decided to say, let me give this up. I saw you making headlines in terms of your performance in banking. So she wasn't no dibby dibby. She wasn't any dibby dibby person at her job. She was clearly doing good. And you decided that I'm walking away from this. How was that decision? How hard was it? And how easy maybe it was?
Wow. All right. So for me, right, while I've always been working, I believe that I was always looking for something. I was looking for something, and I remember praying one day, and I said to God, God,
I've been in banking, this is all I pretty much know, but I know that there's something else for me that is going to be more fulfilling. What do I mean by that? I needed something where I could literally help people and like see for myself that whatever I did, it really helped you. So like TLC pretty much gave me that vision, and I was like, whoa, I can introduce somebody to some products, and when they use it, they get results, and they call me and they say, Venice, thank you. My entire life has changed. I'm more confident. I'm loving myself more. I'm no longer suicidal. So when I hear things like that, I'm like, wow, I'm obviously doing something good. And then on top of that, I'm being paid to do it. So when I looked at it and I compared, what the money is looking like, and I'm saying, the passion, the fulfillment, the instant gratification, good products, a good business, and I'm also getting an opportunity to network with people, and I'm forming a network, and these people are inspired by me. I find that I can simply be open about my story and tell people where I'm coming from, because the truth is, Sadiqa, I've been through so much, right? Just even in business, I've had to evolve and grow because of a lot of adversities, right? So when I feel like I can share my story openly with people and it inspires them, and I can also help somebody to probably buy a house, buy a car, just because I
Feed them
told them
family.
about an opportunity. And then trust me, the pay is good.
What's your take on how women do business now?
Well, right now I can tell you it's now a big thing to see what women are doing. I am very inspired when I go on Instagram and I see another woman that has a business. Sometimes we set too much limitations on our own businesses, but we don't do that for the company that you work for. So out there, what I'm seeing now is a whole lot of women leveling up, and I'm loving it.
Do you view yourself as, oh, there is a ceiling that I need to crack as a woman? That's a thing of the past.
That's
You
a
see?
thing of the past. For me, the sky is not even the limit. There's absolutely no limit, right? And for me, I do not limit myself to anything. The things that are happening for me now are things that I envision, things that I dreamt about, things that I work towards, right? So I will say absolutely no limitation. We're limitless potential.
What does it mean to you to be a woman?
Wow. Listen, as a woman, I feel super privileged. I feel honored because, especially as a woman who is evolving, you find that, when people are inspired by what you do, you can encourage others to step up their game. And I love that. So as women, I feel like we need to stop hating on each other. We really need to come together as women and uplift each other, and everybody needs to really step out of their comfort zones, right? So we do have a lot of women, Sadiqa, who they still don't believe in themselves, and belief is a big thing, because I can tell you there are many persons doing what I am doing or more, but the issue is that they don't believe. So a lot of women, they will be on the Instagram, they'll be seeing what you're doing, and they wish they were you, but what have they changed? What have they done? They haven't even reached out to you to say, how can I become a part of this, because I need to change my life, right? So more women could be winning right now if it is that we were really deciding, making a decision to step out of our comfort zone, just ask one question, slide into somebody's DM about something that is more progressive and elevating, as opposed to the stupidness that people do on social media. And that's just the truth, right?
That's real facts. Just to believe and surround yourself with
Surround
proper support
yourself,
system. People who
right?
are pushing you to level up, to go in a different direction, and to be a better person. Sometimes we're playing the narrative and the script that we have from childhood,
From childhood, yes.
and we need to break that. We need to remove that from our mental space because it's holding us back.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Right, and I agree with you, because the truth is we really need to be breaking generational curses. Sadiqa, a lot of us, we grew up in a setting where, nobody was ever a business owner. So you don't feel like you need to be the one to step out of the block. But I can tell you, I'm the first millionaire in my family. I'm the first one to go to university. I'm the first one to do everything that I've done in my family.
And you won't be the
And I
last.
won't be the last, because guess what? I know I'm an example. I'm now an inspiration to others. So it's for them to believe, which is why we have to come right back to belief. Your belief system has to change, right? Yes, a lot of us, we went through things as a child, and we're still living in that, but we need to move on. Yes, it hurt, but guess what? Pray about it, get over the hurt, and I can tell you, when things have changed for your life, you won't even remember the things that you went through. Now you will have a story and you can share it with others, and others can resonate with you to say, oh, she went through the same thing like me, but this is what she did to overcome.
That's
So
true.
some of us, when you don't overcome it, it lives with you forever and it just stresses you out. You sit down, you eat a lot of wrong things, you put on the weight, you're depressed, because the truth is sometimes too, when we're not looking and feeling ourselves, it depresses us.
It does. We need to tap into that thing that make us special because we're all unique.
Yeah, yes, we definitely need to step out in purpose. It's important that you follow on social media the right people. Follow the right people that can inspire you and also make a decision in your head at some point in time. One day you just need to get up and say, this is it. I am gonna change this, I'm gonna change that. Diet, exercise is quite important, irrespective of what your weight looks like. Sometimes we're on the slim side and we feel like, oh, we don't need to exercise. That's not true, right? Because physical mastery is what is important. A lot of us, we're trying to run businesses, but we don't understand that our spiritual mastery is quite important, our mental mastery is important, our spiritual mastery is important, and those three things together can help to build your business mastery. So sometimes we're doing business and we're failing because the truth is all of those elements help to add up to making you a successful person. So my 2 cents is take a bet on yourself, you know. I have an opportunity for you. You never know. Hit me up and let's work.
That is where we're leaving you for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you're
Yes, for
watching,
the
thank you. We're not anti-men. We love our men.
Yes, and share with your wife if you caught this, but they didn't.
Please do share with the wives.
Yes.
It is a pleasure, and we're going to be talking about a lot of women's issue for the month of March and beyond, from vaginal health, reproductive health, body, mental health. A lot of things we'll be discussing as it relates to women. So keep it locked, and thank you for watching.
Study Kadaram Show.